Hi there, Gary Jenkins again. Thank you for clicking onto the video. I appreciate it. If you like it, subscribe. Please leave a comment, a like. All of this stuff helps with the analytics. I'd like to respond to Natalie. Natalie contacted me through social media and basically said she's been watching my videos for a few days now, and she's just really wondering, like, what do you do? I'm at my wits' end. I don't know what I am supposed to do. First thing I'd have to say is we've all been here. We're all here, basically, right now. Uh, we've contributed in our lives a great deal of time, effort, money, gaining the experience that we have, getting education, going to university. I've been to university for multiple degrees. Each one was supposed to secure my future, and that isn't really the reality, is it? The lies we were taught as children have come back to roost. What once was thought to be true is no longer true. So when you ask questions like why, I think sometimes you're wondering, like, why did this happen to me? Why did this happen to us? How did we get picked out? How is it that some people got left in employment? And then it comes down to the hows. How do I make my bills? How do I make ends meet? How? This has been going on since probably Adam and Eve got thrown out of the garden. By the sweat of your brow you shall eat, and so forth. But the truth of the matter is there's a lot of people who never sweat, and they make a lot of money, and they are well to do. But let me tell you my whys. I have whys like, why did I allow myself to work 65 hours a week for 40 hours pay? Why did I allow myself to have somebody younger, less experienced, less knowledgeable than myself tell me when I can go to lunch, when I had to be back to my desk? Why did I allow myself to have an employer tell me I can't spend this time with my family, go to this school function to support a child? Why? Why is it that I even went to work in the first place? I went to support my family, to provide a lifestyle, not just basic life. Why? Why did I go to university? I went to university because I wanted to study a degree program that fell in line with who I was as a human being, so that I could go out and get an employer that would allow me to use my intelligence, my education, my experience, and my enthusiasm in a way that would best benefit society. I oftentimes think that what I got was an employer who wanted somebody just like me, and then they wanted to mold me into their company policies and procedures, stifling my creativity, stifling my self-initiative, stifling my entrepreneurial spirit, stifling, the things that they hired me for. Isn't that amazing when you think about that? They hired you because of what you had to offer, but then immediately began to stifle it. Natalie, there's one truth that was given to us by Eric Hoffer. Now, I'm going to try to quote him, but I'm probably not going to get it all correct. But he basically pointed out that in times of change, the learners will inherit the earth, because the learned are perfectly equipped for a beautiful earth that no longer exists. We always have to be learning. That's one of the reasons why I think in the beginning of my journey in my video logs is I've been telling people, you need to read. You need to start getting new ideas, new insights, new thoughts into your mind. As a person thinks, so they are. The earth is kind of a neutral place. As a farmer, you get ground, you get it ready, and it doesn't care whether you plant weeds in it or if you plant wheat. It doesn't care. Both will grow. Your mind is very much like that field. It's fertile. You have to start putting into it the thoughts that you want to have, not the fears, not the dreads. My whys. Why does Gary have whys? Gary wants to have some time freedom. Gary's not afraid to sit down and work hard and long hours. But at the end of it, Gary wants to be rewarded for what he's provided. No employer on earth will ever provide you with the amount of money you truly deserve, unless you are the employer. Now, if you are providing a good service that is of quality and something that people truly value, and you are helping them to acquire what it is they truly value, you can make lots of money. That's just basic economics. You're going to win. So Natalie, one of the things I'll say is you just got to keep educating yourself. You can't just say, I got a degree 20 years ago, and since that time I've been fired once, now made redundant, etc. I just don't have time to learn. Well, you do. Every day you have to learn. It doesn't have to be a formal education. It doesn't have to be classroom. There are so many online learning experiences, online courses, things that are actually there where people let you watch them like over the shoulder, you watching them actually do what it is that you're interested in learning. The ability to learn is so readily available and relatively free. People aren't really interested in degrees that much anymore. Oh, they might want to say that that's important. And if you have the basics, that's fine. What they're interested in is people who can really learn and apply new knowledge. I think it's interesting when one of my children graduated from school, university, sat there watching them go through line, that kind of a thing. A statement was made by the dean of her college. He said, half of the degrees that we are going to be issuing today will be in career fields that didn't even exist when they were born. I was born a long time ago. I'm actually contemplating doing things that did not even exist except for in the mind of science fiction writers when I was born. We all have to take this road. We all have to take a risk. We all have to keep learning. Because change is painful, but change is always necessary for growth. Natalie, I wish you really well. Please keep watching. Hopefully together we'll find some solution. And others, I hope this resonates with you, because there's a real fear. The whys, the hows, and what am I going to do? I'm working on it. I've already eliminated what I'm not being told I can do. So I'm now moving into the realms of what is available and what am I going to do. And watching the trends. What is going up and looks like it will be long term, but you're really on the front end of it. That's where we all ought to be headed, I think. So yes, do your research, study the trends, find what you're interested in, and discover who you are on an authentic level and be authentic. I say all of this with love. Thank you so much. Bye, Gary.